Hey everybody, it's Shamika. Let's talk about nonprofits. So, if you are thinking about creating a nonprofit, well, I got a couple tips for you. First of all, thank you for watching my video. Please like, subscribe, and share. I appreciate your support. All right, first, come up with a name, guys. So, after you come up with that name, you need to make sure that per your state, find out once you go to your Secretary of State's website to sign up for your application for a nonprofit, see if they require you to have a corporation at the end or incorporated at the end. Sometimes they don't allow you to have the title without it at the end. So you want to make sure that you look that up in the application to see what the ending of your name has to be. Okay. You want to make sure you know the difference if you're going to be a charitable, religious, scientific, educational, or public interest group when you are selecting the type of nonprofit that you're going to be. That is going to help you when creating your mission statement that you're going to possibly have to develop. You'll also have to give a little blurb about what your organization is going to be about when you are filling out for your 501c3 application. So it is good to know what type of organization you're going to be. You will, again, like I said, fill out your state application. It is a corporation application, but they normally would change it to a nonprofit instead of titling it a corporation application because there is some differences. Usually the first difference is the application fee. Nonprofit application fees are usually very I'm not going to say cheap, but they're cheaper. So you can save a couple bucks when you are doing that. So you're going to fill out your state application. Again, make sure that you pay attention to what the ending of the name has to be, or if there's even a requirement, pay the fee, and then you wait until it is approved or make any corrections. Okay. Then you need to file for your EIN and your DUNS number. EIN because one, you will have to file an annual PF 990 form to the IRS, even if you make or even if you receive $0 in contributions, you will still have to fill out a form. And yes, it is due annually. They do have a long form, and then they do have an EZ form. And I believe that is for organizations that took in less than $250,000, I believe, in contributions, but you can get that from the IRS.gov website when you go to fill out for your EIN and that form as well. Your DUNS number, of course, because if you're going to do business with the government, and you're going to be a contractor for the government, you're going to need your DUNS number. If you're going to build business credit, you're going to need a DUNS number. If you're going to have a nonprofit website and you want to add that SSL certificate so that you can encrypt your website with like this super high level encryption for security purposes, you also have to have a DUNS number that is required to get that. Okay. Next, you will go back to your state because your state may or may not have a state exemption application. And that exemption application could be with the Secretary of State, or it could be with your state's revenue website. So if there may or may not be, this is really state specific. These are just little things you can write down and you can call and ask the individuals that work for your Secretary of State to see if there is an exemption form that you have to file in addition to filling out for the nonprofit application. Then if there is or is not, then you move on to your revenue website and now apply for your sales tax exemption. Because you are a nonprofit, you can receive a tax exemption sometimes normally through your state. It is not the same as the 501c3. That is different. This may just be used locally within your state or in the stores that you shop in within your state. May or may not be accepted in other places that are outside. It really just depends. So You will have to get a little bit more information on that because, again, these are state specific things and I don't know all 50 state or 52 states. Also, you want to appoint directors depending on the state. Again, they determine the amount of directors that you need. Some states will just allow you to have one. Some will require you to have up to 3. So you need to make sure that you find out how many directors you have, because a lot of times that is going to have to be put in on the application that you're filling out for your exemption or for your sales tax exemption, or even if you're filling out for your nonprofit application, they may or may not ask you your director's names on that application. The next thing you want is you want to develop some bylaws. It's not necessarily something you're going to need to have immediately, but they already have templates online that you can collect, download, whatever, pay for, and you can edit as you need, add your company name on there. You can make changes as it goes. I mean, a lot of people, when they're starting off, it's not going to be perfect. You really don't necessarily know which way your organization is going to go in from 6 months to a year from now. So you can just get some generic bylaws that are, it's going to list out your organization information, your directors' names, you will put the requirement to have a meeting and to have the minutes recorded. Nothing too spectacular, but bylaws is great to have. You also want to see if there are any license or permits that are needed. Again, if you're going to go and get a local office location, you may be required to have a local business tax receipt or a local business license. You will need to find that out from your local, your city hall, your chamber of commerce. You can call and find out that information if you do not know. Permits. The reason I put permits in here is because, based on the state, again, if you're going to solicit contributions, a lot of times you have to get approval from your state before you can start to do that. You do not want to get caught soliciting for contributions and have not been approved. It is a hefty fine. You have to make sure you also look for that application that would probably be with the on the Secretary of State's website as well. If you're unsure, you can always call. That's what they're paid to do, to help you, okay? Next thing, you want to obtain your nonprofit rate at the post office. A lot of people do not know that you can do this. Yes, you can for bulk mail. If you have publications and things or newsletters or whatever it is, and you're going to be sending this out to more than 400 or 500 people a year, then you absolutely want to get that 18 or 19 cent rate versus the 30 cents or 38 cents. I forgot what it is that you pay at the post office. So you can get a post office rate. There's an application that you have to fill out. You have to put in proof that you got your articles of organization, and you'll also need to put proof that you got your 501c3 exempt status from the IRS. And I'm going to get on that. I realize I skipped that, but back to irs.gov, you absolutely want to go and fill out to get your 501c3 exemption. Remember, you are going to have to put a little blurb about what your business is about. So if you're working with underprivileged, abused children, low income, and your job is to teach them etiquette or teach them how to become law-abiding citizens or job training skills, you would put those types of things in the blurb so they have an idea of what it is that you do. The application is only 3 pages. There is a fee of $200 and I believe $75, and that is paid through pay.gov. You could do the application, save it, guys. If you are not going to be able to sit through the 3 pages, and it's not that hard, make sure you save it, because if not, you will have to redo this application. Please take it from me. So $275 to pay.gov, and there is a wait time. The IRS is kind of slow when it comes to processing these, so it could take anywhere from 1 to 3 months to get your approval or rejection back. Usually if there is a denial, there's usually a reason. Could be a character reason, meaning you owe child support or you are a felon or whatever it is. But more than likely, most individuals are approved, okay? Next thing, I put get your sales. Take your sales tax exempt form, and because you can get a local one, take them to the stores that you shop at. If you're in Sam's Club all the time and you're buying things for your business, you should be able to get that at where you pay no taxes, is tax exempt. If you're at Walmart, it should already be on file. If you're at Office Depot, Office Max, those places, you can log in, you could put in your information and the tax is removed. Okay, a lot of these companies like you to already register before you go to the store, so I would tell you to go online, type in the store that you are shopping at or looking at, and then type tax exemption or sales tax exemption. And normally they have a website or application online or phone number you can fax it to, so that they can process your application. It sends you a number back so that when you're in the store, you can type that number in and you're good to go. You can do it at places like Big Lots. Oh gosh, it's almost every place that you shop at, you can submit this. So if you have not done that, and this is just not for nonprofit, but any person that has a business where they're going and a resale business, if you're buying something from a company that you're going to use as a part of resale, and there's specifics on that, but you can always try to see if they will take that form so that you can save a couple bucks, okay? All right, let me see what else I got on here. Oh, something else a lot of people don't know. There is a thing of nonprofit rental rates. So if you're a nonprofit and you're going to rent something, let the realtor or let the owner know, because they can give you a cheaper rental rate. It is possible if they offer it. If you are buying something and you're buying it to operate a nonprofit, they have cheaper rates so that you can buy it cheaper than what you normally would if you were going to use it for a for-profit business. You also want to register with websites that are made for nonprofits. There are a lot of companies out there that are made for nonprofits, and their whole job is to collect donated items that large companies like Amazon and Home Depot and Lowe's and Walmart, and that they want to get rid of, or they have excess, and they will donate these to these companies. And all you have to do as a nonprofit is register your business on their website. It's completely free. You can upload your 501c3 exempt status form from the IRS, which makes you official, and now you get access to buy things for your nonprofit to distribute to your public, or the audience of which you serve, and you get it at a super cheap rate. But it helps when you're trying to solicit donations to be able to give nice stuff to people. These are name brand stuff. Sometimes these are Nike shoes. Sometimes it's makeup, it's kids toys, it's diaper, it's a ton of different things. So there's almost something for every type of nonprofit on these websites. Also, there are nonprofit technology websites where they actually make and sell refurbished computers, and they actually will sell them to your nonprofit either in bulk at a super discounted rate, or you can buy individually at a discounted rate. You can also get software at a discounted rate being a nonprofit. Oh my gosh, there's so many things. So if you guys aren't taking advantage of some of these things and you're already a nonprofit, shame on you, but it's okay, you're learning, all right? So those sites are out there. All you have to do is just a search, okay? You want to make sure you have marketing materials, okay? So things like pens, business cards, flyers, letterheads, and envelopes. You could do these things on Fiverr. They're very cheap. You can also use some of these things to build your business credit. You can go to pens.com, or you can go to some of these marketing companies that are out there that do the marketing and promotions that actually will allow you to get the things you need done for your business. They can give it to you at a nonprofit discounted rate and also build business credit. You can't beat that. So let me see. I'm trying to think of some of the companies. So it would be like I said, pens.com. Oh gosh, there's so many of them, and I'll put them below. Excuse me for not knowing them off the top, but I'll list a few that you go. Oh, like e-promos. Gosh, they're coming to me now, but I'll put them below. Don't worry about it. All right, and then last but not least, of course, like I said, we want to build business credit, and you can build business credit the traditional way. I'll put that video below too, which is through your net 30s and things like that. But there's also a company out there now called Charity Charge, and Charity Charge actually has a credit card that was made for nonprofits, and there's no credit check, none of that. All you have to do is, I believe, upload your statements. I think it's your financial statements, if I'm not mistaken, but you can just type in Charity Charge, and I think it's .org, and they do no credit check. They just look at your financials, and you talk to a rep, and you can find out if you're approved or not approved to get a credit card. And also, when you use this card, they actually do cash back to a charity of your choice. So it actually is a card that gives back to those that give back, and it gives back. So anyway, so I hope you guys learned something new. Thank you for watching my video. Please like, subscribe, and share. I appreciate your support, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.